Students investigating the packaging of potato chips purchased 6 bags of Lay's Ruffles marked with a net weight of 28.3 grams. They carefully weighed the contents of each bag and recorded the following weights in grams. Does this provide evidence that the true mean weight for Ruffles bags is actually higher than 28.3 grams? Okay, so what we're interested in, our parameter, is mu is the mean weight of Ruffles bags. Our null hypothesis is that it is 28.3 grams, and our alternative hypothesis is that it is higher than 28.3 grams, because that's what the question is asking. So we check our conditions. One, is this a simple random sample? Does it say so? No. So not stated, proceed with caution. We have 6 bags, and that's less than 10% of all Ruffles bags. Three, population bag weights is nearly normal. So to check that, we check the normal probability plot. So in your calculator, go stat edit and put them in list 1. Then you go to the stat plot, second y equals. Make sure you select the normal probability plot, and then go zoom 9. So then you sketch it. So here's our weight, here's our z-score. So it looks fairly linear to me. So normal probability plot is fairly linear. So population is nearly normal. So now we are going to proceed and perform a one sample t-test. So you go in your calculator, stat tests, t-tests, and we have it as a list. Our mu naught value, the null hypothesis value that we're comparing it to here, is 28.3. We want to use L1, and we want that it's greater than. Okay, so t equals 2.944. The p-value is 0.016. X bar is 28.783 grams. The standard deviation of our sample is 0.402 grams. N equals 6, so there are 6 minus 1 equals 5 degrees of freedom. Now if we use alpha equals 0.05, then this is less than 0.05, so we are going to reject the null hypothesis. So then for our interpretation, first of all, let's answer the question, does this provide evidence that the true mean weight for Ruffles bags is actually higher than 28.3 grams? So since we rejected this, we're going to kind of accept, but not really, this. So yes, this is evidence that the true mean weight is over 28.3 grams, because with a p-value this low, I reject the null hypothesis that the mean weight is 28.3 grams in favor of the alternative hypothesis, that it is higher. Okay, so the next one says, calculate and interpret a 90% confidence interval for the true mean weight of all bags of Ruffles. You don't have to recheck the conditions. Okay, so we are going to do a one sample t interval. So in your calculator, stat tests t interval, and we want it to be 90% confidence interval. So it is 28.453 to 29.114. And since we already wrote x bar, sx, and n, and degrees of freedom above here, we don't need to write it again. So our interpretation is going to be, I am 90% confident that the true mean weight of Ruffles bags is between 28.453 grams and 29.114 grams. And you notice that 28.3, which in the previous problem was our null hypothesis value, is not within the interval, so that jives with rejecting the null hypothesis in the previous example.